Hi guys, CeeChronicles here, back again with another fragrance review video. If you're new here, I post fragrance related content, and if that style of content is your cup of tea, please do consider joining us here by subscribing. To those who are returning, thank you so much guys for the continued support. I appreciate you as always. Now welcome to Lattafa's Badee Oud collection video. This is going to be an all-in-one. I'm going to talk about all four in this one video. Now in case you're not familiar with their Badee Oud collection, it's the collection that comes in these gigantic square heavy bottles. So there is four. There's Amethyst, this one that I'm holding. There's Badee Oud For Glory, the black one. There is Badee Oud Sublime, the red one. And then there is the latest release, which is the Badee Oud Honor and Glory, which is the white one. So anyway, to get into this video, I'm going to start with the Badee Oud Amethyst, right? I'm going to spray it on a tester paper, guys, because I'm wearing Sublime as my fragrance of the day. So let me spray this one on a tester paper, and then I'm going to tell you my thoughts. Please do take note that we have reviewed, guys, these fragrances in depth, and I'm going to pin, or I'm going to put the full reviews in the comment section in case you want more detail. What I'm just doing now is giving you an all-in-one, sit-through video of the collection in case you are not interested in going on one video after the other. Anyway, my thoughts on Amethyst, guys, the purple one are, this is a beautiful jammy rose and oud combo. Expected double dose of rose in here, very sweet leaning, because it does have the vanilla. They're adding some sweetness. There is also another floral in here, which is the jasmine, that is coming across as fresh, but it doesn't disturb the theme of this fragrance of being a rose and oud affair. And what I like about the composition of this, or the mix of this fragrance, is the notes work in tandem. The rose and the oud are not doing a push and pull. They're kind of giving each other a chance to shine there, which is something that can be a hit or a miss when it comes to rose and oud combos. Sometimes it becomes a very very oudy kind of leaning fragrance, woodsy there, with the rose struggling to come out, or vice versa. This one gives an equal opportunity to both notes to shine. So if you love the combination of both, this is going to be paradise. This is a fragrance, guys, whose DNA to my nose is 70% feminine leaning. However, men can wear this one as well. When I talk of a fragrance being feminine leaning or masculine leaning, when it's marketed as unisex, just like this one, it's for those who want to blind buy the fragrance. It comes across as a great date night scent or a great special occasion scent, guys. It is also beastly performing without being screechy. It has the warm amber that wraps it out there, perfecting everything and giving it like a smoothness there that is just enjoyable. So this is our number one. It's called Badee Oud Amethyst. Number two on the lineup, guys, is going to be Sublime, the one that comes in the red color. This is already my fragrance of the day, so I'm just going to spritz it in the air instead of spraying it on a tester paper, because I've been smelling like this, guys, literally the whole day. Sublime is a surprise twist from the whole collection. Why I say so is I was not expecting Lattafa to bottle a juice of this nature in a bottle this intimidating. This is simply put your fruit bomb in a bottle. This is apple working with plum and lychee together with vanilla, and what else is in here? I can't remember what the other notes are in here, but I know there is moss. Now this fragrance, guys, first impressions did not wow me, and these first impressions are likely going to be what a lot of people feel when I sprayed this fragrance for the first time. When I did spray it for the first time, guys, 2 weeks after owning it, I was like, is this what the fuss is all about? Because it came across as synthetic, a bit plasticky there. It came across as a DNA that felt like, I've smelled a lot of times. However, let me tell you, the magic with this is letting it macerate. I let my bottle sit there for about 2 to 2.5 months after the initial disappointment, and I revisited it. And guys, this concoction macerates to a concentration of those fruits, so you don't get to lose the fruits, especially the apple being in the forefront there. So the apple is the star of the show, but the same apple gives an equal opportunity to the lychee to shine. So you're going to have a crisp apple on one hand there, concentrated, working together with a lychee that is mouth-watering, airy, adding like a freshness, even an aquatic tone to this fragrance. And then to top it off, there's a spiciness that comes into the mix, and the moss that wraps this fragrance with a woodsy twist. Just a gentle woodsy twist and a little bit of a bitterness there, and keeping, of course, that sweet theme. So this fragrance, guys, ended up being one of my favorites from the collection because it's easy reach, it's mood lifting, it's young at heart without being juvenile. This is not a serious fragrance, but this is not a childish fragrance, you know. It just has that classy, crispy, fruity twist to it, to the collection. It is just a breath of fresh air in the collection, and I absolutely love it. It's great for summer days. The lasting power on this fragrance, guys, is about 6 to 7 hours, and you can go to town with the sprays because it doesn't get to a point of heady, nor does it get to a point of cloying. It is just a beautiful scent, whether you overspray it or you underspray it, but it does come, you know, alive in the sun there. So do expect that, guys, from Badee Oud Sublime. Make sure to give it a little time to do its thing, guys. Don't judge it too quickly like I did, because it skipped from being my least favorite to somewhere there in between. I'm going to rate them at the end, and I'm going to tell you which one is my utmost favorite. But sitting on number 2, guys, is Badee Oud Sublime. Now, third on the lineup, guys, is Honor and Glory, the latest release from the collection. This, I think, is about 2, maybe pushing it 3 months old. Okay, so it comes in the white bottle. I'm going to give it a quick spray on the tester paper, and then I'm going to tell you my thoughts. We have a fresh review of this fragrance, so if you want to watch that as well, you can just check 2 or 3 videos before this, because this is pretty new on the, you know, on the videos that I released. Now, this, guys, is a spicy, sweet, almost creamy twist to the mix. It lists notes of pineapple at the top and some creme brulee, which was the reason why I was dying to get my hands on this fragrance, guys. It also has spices there in the mid, a lot of spices in the mid there, so do expect a spicy turn to that pineapple. The only thing I did say in the review was I wasn't getting enough of the pineapple as much as I wanted the pineapple, you know, to come through. It feels and still feels as though the pineapple is kind of muffled, so you are going to have to dig for the pineapple. There is an underlying creaminess here, which not so sure whether it's coming from the creme brulee or from the sandalwood, but you guys have said that after this fragrance sits, the creme brulee does come to the surface a little more, you know, making this one lean very creamy and gourmandish. But for now, because it's a fragrance that's been in my collection for under 10 days, I'm gonna say the creme brulee note is not really bright enough. However, I'm gonna take your word or your advice for it and let it sit, just in case it turns out to be something interesting. The other thing I can say, guys, about this DNA is it does feel like a DNA that they've played around with before. If you watch the full review that I gave you there, I did say that it does share likeness to Shaheen Gold from their previous Lattafa Pride collection, as well as Khalta Royal Blends, okay, the gold one. So it kind of feels like a mishmash of those DNAs. Do not go, you know, buying this just for the pineapple. If you love pineapple and you're crazy about pineapple, I'd say test this one out first, because the pineapple in this doesn't shine as much as the pineapple in Qaid Al-Fasan or the pineapple in Rave. Now it is there, but it is kind of buried under tons of spice. In terms of lasting power, this is beastly. I get a beast performing fragrance, guys. This lasts till the next wash, and it also has the capacity to hold on to skin as well. And remember, like I said, it's just 10 days in my collection, so after macerating, it's probably going to do a lot more than that. So that is what I can say, guys, about Badee Oud, Honor and Glory, which is the third one. As for the last one, guys, the Badee Oud, the Oud For Glory, the one that started everything, I do not have but I have featured that fragrance in the in my fragrance reviews. It was a fragrance that I was so happy to own, and I kept it in my collection for a long time until I purchased Opulent Musk. Now those two fragrances are not the same like 100, but I preferred Opulent Musk because of its herbal nature, the way, and because of the way the oud is a bit toned down in that one. So I gave away my Badee Oud For Glory, which, what I can say about it, guys, is it's a double dose of oud. It does also have woods there, doing the most. A double dose of patchouli, also has like a saffron and a nutmeg and praline, if I'm not mistaken. Why I had to let mine go is it takes an instantly smoky twist, which can be on steroids, and it does come across, guys, as a fragrance that men would favor more than women would. However, it's not that it's too polarizing. It's just that being a person who has a lot of Lattafas, I just decided to let that one go. But if you love your fragrances smoky, oudy, even a little bit rubbery there, and with nuances of Baccarat Rouge 540, then Badee Oud For Glory is going to be one that does it for you guys from this collection. The Oud For Glory, the number 4 that I'm talking about, which of course I'm going to put on the screen, is one that I can say is blind buy safe for men. So if you want to gift a gentleman out there, you can literally purchase that one, because the DNA is one that men are going to love, no brainer. But as for women, maybe you ought to test it out if you want it for yourself, or you need to find out whether the person that you're purchasing the fragrance for is open-minded and doesn't mind, you know, complex fragrances with like a smoky twist there and oud. So that is what I can say, guys, about Badee Oud For Glory, which is the 4th one from the line. In conclusion, guys, I did say I was going to tell you which one is my favorite from the 4. I'm going to include the 4th one that is not here. My utmost favorite, guys, from this collection is going to be Amethyst. I absolutely love this one. It gives me classy vibes. This is a complex scent. This is feminine in nature. This is just high end. I love how this one is blended. So this one, Badee Oud Amethyst, is going to be my number 1 utmost favorite from the list, followed by the fragrance that surprised me the most, guys, which is the Sublime. Why I love this one is it just puts a smile on my face. It's an easy reach fragrance that you can spritz on yourself anytime. If you love those sweet, fruity, summery scents, this one's going to do it for you. So this is my 2nd best. And as for position number 3 and 4, in as much as I don't have the other bottle, I'm going to say, I would put Oud For Glory, guys, honestly, on my number 3 as opposed to this one. Because Oud For Glory is a fragrance that I did keep in my collection for the longest time. I just let it go because, like I said, I found one that was toned down on the smokiness, but I actually did love that fragrance. It was a fragrance that, to my nose, was very unique and special, although of course I didn't keep it. But say for instance it was here, I would have placed it on number 3 and then this one being my number 4. Not that this fragrance is horrible, no, but it is a fragrance that I want to test out a little more to see if it really does work for me. So for now, by default, I'm going to put this one as my least favorite. I do hope that you found this video helpful. Let's meet in the comment section, guys, where we discuss more about fragrances. CeeChronicles is my name. Do remember to turn on post notifications while you're at it. That way you'll get to be notified anytime I upload a video. Like and share this video, guys, and most importantly, please do remember to subscribe if you haven't already. And smelling good is a form of good manners. Cheers.